Namaste to all students. Khushro Bitia, myself Jivin Dr. Khushbu Verma from Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today we are going to discuss about protoplast culture. So before starting protoplast culture, you have to know that what is protoplast. So you know very well that plant cells are covered by cell wall structure and it is present at the outside of plant cell membrane. So after removing of plant cell wall, this naked structure, plant cell structure is known as plant protoplast. So plant protoplast is a naked cell surrounded by only plasma membrane. It will not have cell wall. And but there is a capability to regenerate of the cell wall and grow and divide. It is fragile but can be cultured and grow into a whole plant. Cell can originate from any type of a tissue. It is important for crop improvement and via somatic hybridization process, you can create new hybrids. And for creating new hybrids, you need protoplast from different species for the hybridization process. It is used for biotechnologists, microbiologists, pathologists, and somatic hybridization was firstly introduced by Carlson in Nicotiana, Galva. In 1960, E.C. Cocking contributed to the enzymatic isolation and culture of protoplast. So this is the history behind protoplast culture. And if we talk about the isolation of protoplast, means how you will remove the cell wall from plant cell and you can convert it into protoplast. So refer to the separation of protoplast from plant tissue culture, and it is important to isolate viable and uninjured protoplast as gently and as quickly as possible. So there are two methods by which you can isolate the protoplast. First one is the mechanical, in which you will generate the mechanical force to isolate protoplast, and second one is the enzymatic method, in which you will use enzymes to degrade cell wall. So in mechanical method, tissue is immersed in 1 molar sucrose until protoplasm shrunk away from their enclosing cell wall. Means you just create the plasmolysis process, and plasmolyzed tissue is cut with a sharp knife at such a thickness that only cell wall are cut. And undamaged protoplasts in strips are released by osmotic swelling when placed in a low concentration of sucrose solution. But there is a problem which encountered during the mechanical method. Some cell release uncut complete protoplasts while the rest produces broken dead protoplasts. They are not viable. So the tendency of viable protoplast is very much low in mechanical method. So due to the failure of mechanical method, enzymatic method was developed. So in enzymatic method, uses of enzymes to dissolve the cell wall for releasing protoplast. So there are some advantages which make superior this enzymatic method over mechanical method, because it is used for the variety of tissues and organs such as fruits, roots, petioles, and leaves. Osmotic shrinkage is very much minimum in this case, and cell remain intact and not injured, and protoplast radially obtained, and the viability of protoplast isolated by enzymatic method is very much higher in comparison to mechanical method. But enzymatic method again involve two methods, means direct method, in which you will use all the enzymes which are required for degradation of cell wall, you will use in one time. And second method is sequential method, which is also known as two-step method. And in this method, you will use enzymes step by step. So in the direct method, incubation of leaf segments overnight in enzymatic solution So in direct method, incubation of leaf segments over in enzyme solution, mixture is filtered and centrifuged and protoplast forms pellet, then washed with sorbitol and recentrifuged. You will get clean protoplasts which are floating and they are pipetted out. You can use some chemicals like mesozyme, pectinase for the enzymatic method. Second method is sequential method. So two enzyme mixtures, mixture A and mixture B, are used one after the one. Means and leaf segments with mixture A, which is having mesozyme in manifolds at pH of 5.8, are vacuumed in filtered for 5 minutes. Transferred to a water bath at 25-degree temperature and subjected to slow shaking. The enzyme mixture is then replaced by a fresh enzyme mixture A and leaf segments are incubated for another hour. The mixture is filtered using nylon mesh and centrifuged for 1 minute. Then washed 3 times with 13% mannitol and the cells are then incubated with enzyme mixture B, which is having cellulose in mannitol solution at pH 5.4 for above 90 minutes at 30-degree temperature. The mixture is then centrifuged for 1 minute so that protoplasts form a pellet, and then this pellet will be cleaned 3 times with the sorbitol chemical. If we are talking about the purification of protoplasts, so protoplasts are purified by removing undigested material which are present in a debris and burst protoplasts and enzymes. So debris are removed by filtering the preparation through a nylon mesh, and enzymes are removed by centrifugation, whereby the protoplasts settle to the bottom of the tube and the supernatant removed with the help of a pipette. If you are talking about the intact protoplasts, so they are separated from broken protoplasts through the centrifugation process and removed by a pipette as they are collected on the top of the tube. Isolated protoplasts can be cultured in an appropriate medium to reform cell wall and generate callus. There are some optimal callus culture conditions for protoplasts. So optimal density to the culture, optimal oxygen to cytokinin ratio, glucose and sucrose concentration should be optimal. And we have to maintain osmoprotectant in the medium because these protoplasts are not having cell wall which protect these plant cells from osmotic pressure. So we have to add osmoprotectant into the medium to protect protoplasts so that they can't be ruptured during the incubation period. And temperature we have to maintain in range of 20 to 28 degree. pH should be 5.5 to 5.9, and you have to add 0.25% casein hydrolysate, and best plant hormones which can be used for protoplast culture is BAP and NAA. Protoplasts cultured in suitable nutrient medium first generate a new cell wall. The formation of a complete cell with a wall is followed by increase in size, number of the cell organelles, and induction of the cell division. The first cell division may occur within 2 to 7 days of the culture, and which give the result of a small clumps of cell, also known as microcolony, which generates within 1 to 3 weeks. And from these small colonies, there are two routes to generate a complete plant. It depends on the species. Means plant are regenerated through the organogenesis from callus masses. Second route is the microcallus can be made to develop into somatic embryo, which are then converted into whole plant through germination process. If we talk about the importance of the protoplast culture, so it can be used in the study of osmotic behavior and study of IAA action. You can done by this protoplast culture, and you can study about the plasmolemma, about cell wall formation. You can go for the organelle isolation by protoplast culture. You can study about morphogenesis, virus uptake, replication, and photosynthesis process, and you can use protoplast culture for gene transfer technique. Here is a summary of isolation of protoplast and culture of protoplast. You can understand very much by this diagrammatic representation. You can simply see this is X plant which is having apical meristeme. First of all, you have to go for surface sterilization, then washing with sterilized distilled water with 5 times. Now you are getting these washed leaves. First of all, just peeling of the epidermis you can do. After peeling the section from leaves, you can go for protoplast isolation process, by which you will get protoplast. Then you can go for the purification. So protoplast will be added in liquid medium, then go for the santification, and it is resuspend in the sucrose solution. Further we'll go for the santification. Now you are getting these cell debris, and you are getting uppermost layer which is having protoplast. Now these you will isolate these protoplasts with the pipette and resuspend into culture medium. A small sample of protoplast for hemocytometer count, you can calculate the viability of protoplast and number of viable protoplasts. You can calculate by this meter, and then you can select viable protoplast and resuspend into the culture to give correct pre-planting density. And then you can go for the plating of protoplast, viable protoplast. Now these protoplasts will regenerate its cell wall, and now this regenerated cell will go for its first division, then second division, which create a microcolony. These microcolony can go for two way. In first way, it will create a callus, and by organogenesis process, it will create shoot and root and will complete the plantlet. In second root, callus will this micro colony will create somatic embryos, and these somatic embryo will be generated into complete plantlet and will create a complete plant. So that's how you can isolate the protoplast, and you can culture the protoplast and create a complete whole plant. If we talk about the factors of protoplast culture which affects its efficiency, so plant species and variety, small genetic differences lead to varying protoplast responses to culture conditions. Second is plant age and organ. So age of donor plant and its developmental stage also affect the protoplast culture efficiency. Stages are germinating embryo, plantlets, and leaves. Third one is the pre-culture conditions. So protoplast cultures are highly influenced by climatic factors, and different cultures of seedlings yield protoplasts having different responses when cultured. Fourth one is pre-treatment to the tissue before isolating protoplast. Cold treatment, plasmolysis, and hormone increases the chance of recovery of viable protoplasts and their plating efficiency. Fifth factor is density, so crucial as it influences plating efficiency and surviving of protoplasts. At higher density, protoplasts compete with one another, while at lower density, losses of metabolites from protoplasts is more. So this is the sum up of this session, and this session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. And if you have any query, then you can ask in the comment box. I will resolve it.